the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, KATSINA State Branch, supported by the American Conservative Christian Legal Advocacy Group, Alliance Defending Freedom International, has filed a lawsuit against two universities in Katsina State. The suit alleged that the universities violated the right to religious freedom by indefinitely prohibiting Christian groups from holding fellowship meetings and worship on campus. In a statement released by ADF International on Monday, it was revealed that the lawsuit targets two public universities who are one state and one federal for imposing bans on Christian religious activities since 2017 and 2022. These bans reportedly extend to the use of university facilities for worship and fellowship, with one university even going as far as locking all worship and fellowship centers on campus. The statement highlighted the disparity in treatment, noting that Muslim student groups were permitted to hold worship and fellowship meetings in university constructed spaces. This discriminatory policy has drawn criticism from Christian students and community members who emphasize the importance of exercising their religious rights on equal terms with other faiths. Saint Nelson, lead attorney for ADF International on the case, condemned the discriminatory actions of the universities, emphasizing that no person should face discrimination based on their faith. Nelson called for the immediate revocation of the discriminatory policies to ensure that Christians can freely gather and worship on campus. Khan echoed this sentiment, condemning the university's actions and calling on the international community to join in condemning religious discrimination. The lawsuit, filed under the provisions of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, aims to restore the right to freedom of religion or belief for Nigerian citizens. According to Sahara Reporters, the statement from ADF International also highlighted Nigeria's troubling track records on religious freedom, with Christians facing severe persecution, particularly in areas like Plateau State. Blasphemy laws were also criticized for perpetuating societal tensions and violence, with ADF International supporting the legal defense of individuals, including musician Yahaya Sharif Aminu, who are being targeted under these laws. As the legal battle unfolds, the lawsuits represent a significant effort to uphold religious freedom and combat discrimination against Christian communities in Nigeria. At times that you begin to the way Christians, the way they behave, they just like, let's leave everything for God and all of that. And the Bible says that even if you are hungry, do not sin. But that does not mean that one should not be angry with some of these things. But for the fact that you are angry, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't say anything. Or when you see bad things, everything, leave. Until they will come on day and they said, okay, you know what? We don't even want you in this place. That is how bad it is. So it's a good thing to come out and say, no, this is not how it ought to be, because we know if it were to be Muslims, then you are telling them not to do this, they would have come out. This one that are even talking about they're even talking about taking lawsuits and all of that. You know that when it comes to other religions, they will start fighting and scattering everything. So it's always good to not to take laws into one's hand. So it's a good thing that they'll go and report to the, cry out, raise alarm, report to the right authority. Then let's see how it goes. But taking laws into one's hand is say no, which of course they've done the right thing. Like play, these satanists have turned northern Nigeria to Pakistan and Afghanistan, and they will always suffer their illiteracy. Our leaders are breeders of problems. They don't even understand leadership priorities, but rather they become so sentimentally, irrationally, to the detriment of their former identities. As a leader, who are you if don't appreciate others' faiths and beliefs? What makes society interesting are our varied and value differences. Variety is the spice of life, just like they always say. Northern Muslims are the major problem of Nigeria is having today. Honestly speaking, even they know that I'm saying the truth. Let's hear what Morik will say. Federal University belongs to every Nigeria. Even State University belongs to all Katsina states, whether it's Christian or Buddhist or Judaism or Muslims. Islam is a destructive humanity. Some people just want to make it so, because some people come and tell you that I know it is not so. Well, what type of people are these? They are public schools, not private schools. They don't have rights or to ban all religious there or any religious. If the money used to establish and run the university is taken from the Nigeria Treasury, there should be freedom of worship on the campuses. Perhaps also and assuredly too, part of the money used to run the institution is taken from Nigeria's tax payments, including VAT, which is partly gotten from tobacco and hotel and personal services charges. The university's authorities should not be playing holier than the prophet. There's so much hypocrisy on religious. Some people just want to, make up trouble where there is none. Well, can Muslims file similar case against some universities in the eastern states that ban Islamic activities in the campus? Murik, over to you for investigation. Yes, so what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you feel that your rights is being infringed, go to the constituted authority on just for you to go and take laws into your hands. So there's no big deal about it. If you feel that in the southern parts of the country, in the southeast, that they ban Muslim from operating the way they ought to operate, fine, you can go to the authority and do the needful. That is how it's being done. Of course, if you have the proof. However, this occurrence is a common habit to Muslims. Religious extremism and divisiveness in a mixed society is outrightly condemnable. What are the names of the universities? Tell the world, so Christians should blacklist them from areas where Christians should not seek admission. No. Well, so guys, let us know what you think about these new developments. Thanks.